Everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Flipbook. If you don't know what it is, I'll give you a quick introduction. So I'm a club photographer at Chester FC, the National League North, or one of, should I say. And this is a series where we go back and look at the pictures from the last game that we did and talk about them a little bit and talk about my favourite ones. Quick apologies, the series has been on a little hiatus from Spenny and Darlow. After Spenny, we found out the manager wasn't continuing, so that was a little bit stressful, and then the week after was quite busy. And then Darlow, again, I just didn't find the time to record because it came quite quickly. So we played Darlow on Saturday. I work Sunday. I work Sunday all day, and then I have other stuff on a Monday, and then Tuesday we went to Merthyr Town, which is what this episode's going to be. And Merthyr was a trek, to say the least. So let's jump over to the laptop and let's get looking at some of the pictures. So again, I do want to apologise about the hiatus, really. But yeah, so we've got some ground shots here. First thing I did, weather was absolutely awful, by the way. Got soaked. I had to protect. So for those that don't know me, I normally shoot with the Canon R7, and I'm about to buy the R6 Mark II as well, and have dual bodies. It broke on me, so I'm having to use a 2000D, which isn't weather sealed, so basically means any rain it can basically kill it, really. So I had to wrap it in a bib and a cloth that I used. It was fine. I hope it's still fine. Or fine for tomorrow for our visit to Kidderminster Harriers. So yeah, some ground shots. Get the logo in because it was very dark. The floodlights weren't on until about just before the warm-ups, really. Which again wasn't really helpful because you're in the valleys. It's just pure clouds, really. Got this nice one again. I think the bricks work quite well, just away, which is what we are with the away team. And sorry, the dog's snoring if you can hear it. And obviously the Merthyr logo. Just got this one again. I always try and get a flag one. Again, I was panicking really because I couldn't really stand on the pitch at this time because I didn't know what I was going to cover my camera with. Came to fruition that someone called John, who does Seals Live and the updates for D Radio sometimes, borrowed me a bib, so I was all good. But yeah, got that one. So Darling for Merthyr, and then something about Cardiff. I don't know. And then moving on to this seat one, I think it looked really nice. It's cropped in as well. I did this on the kit lens for the 2000D. I think it's like a 18 to 70 or something. I don't know. 18 to 50. I don't know. It's one of them. It's like F5 or something, so it's not really great either. It's good in the day and then crap at night, really. And it's all right at night. Cause this was at night, and again, I shoot in RAW at the moment. Well, I'm just going to shoot in RAW now because it's just so much better, and I have little to no issues in any delay in sending images off. So yeah, I'll just shoot in RAW. Looks really good. Again, yeah, I might try this again at Kiddie tomorrow if they've got white seats as well, but obviously I can't remember. I've been to Kiddie a couple of times as a fan, but I can't remember. Got one of Phil Croker, as they're like coming out to look at the pitch, as they always do. It's one of Finn Shrimpton. I always seem to get him for some reason. I don't know why. But this one, again, looking okay. And then got a couple of them shaking hands before the game. Always try to get this because again, it can go on anything really. Yeah, got this one on the deck again. You'll just notice there is a bit of noise in the back, but on when they're like phone size and you can't massively see it, so it's not that much of an issue. It's one of Finn. I got a lot of Finn this game. I still think they look pretty decent. Obviously, you lose a bit of texture when there's no light really, and then you have to use some mad preset or edit it yourself, which some of these I did actually do. And I like this one as well because it's like bringing the ball down, just a nice picture, I think. Again, what you will notice is a lot of these are quite loose of or lost for texture. Again, the lighting was worst I think I've ever had it. Radcliffe was bad, but I don't think Radcliffe would have been this bad. Whether it was the lights, the rain, the bit of fog that there was, I don't know. Yeah, Radcliffe was bad, but I feel like if I had a shot in RAW for Radcliffe and not in JPEG, I'd have been okay. But yeah, I can make a video about shooting in Raw as well if that's something people want. I still want to see the highlights. I've not watched them back yet, but this is a really good finish from Finn. He's just doing so well at the moment, isn't he? I think he scored 7 league goals, and he scored them in his last 8 games or something like that, which is absolutely crazy. So he's again, you don't want to feel like you discrediting the efforts of other people, but if we are to get in the playoffs, he's a huge reason to why we've done it. We are level on points now, because results went our way the other night as well, really. With, I think, Radcliffe lost and a couple of others drew or something. I did look at the time, but I can't remember now. This one can be used again. I think this was used for the halftime graphic. It's just excellent. He's played 5 games and he's won 5 with us. In the one game he was at the team, we ended up having a bit of a weird game, which was a Hereford game. You always think about how much a player can impact a team, but you just think surely not that much. But I just think him being in the dressing room just helps us a lot. As long as individual performances from people like Lewis Lee as well, and Nat and Finn and Dylan and Finn Roberts and Deck, just Leek, everybody that played basically, Bobby Jones as well. First, stripping from the back again with this. I was thinking more of this. You can see the rain in his hair. You can see how like the StatSport vest is on underneath. You can see it's wet. Do you know what I mean? Nice one of Dylan. Again, holds a nice amount of detail. Again, you can use for anything. Like I think Dylan got in the team of the week. You could use it for that. You could use it for anything about Dill, really, because you can't really see the Merthyr player in the back, so that's fine. Nice one of Finn. I don't know why. I really like getting a bit of the goal in it, just to gauge how far out it is. I don't know why, I just do. Another one of Dylan, another one of Finn, just standard. Again, Nat's really good to photograph like this because he likes to do first touch crosses, like run onto it and swing it in, so they actually look really good for pictures with this one, because you can see the water flicking off his boot, and it's in focus because I think this is under one of the floodlights, which I'm quite lucky for. But yeah, nice one of Deck. It's a bit and the ball's basically gone over to Yuan. I think Nat sent it back in. Dylan gets his head on it, and then he scored, which is where the good pictures come in, and probably why you click on this video if you are a Chester fan or have seen my pictures. So you've got Scott Burgess going mental. I think he's made quite a positive contribution since coming back into the team, because he hadn't played in months. You got Dylan celebrating there, and then just this might be the coldest picture I've ever taken. Just staring down the barrel at me. I got it, which is amazing in itself, in my opinion, because of how difficult. I think Tuesday night is probably the hardest I've had to work at a game. I was only sending pictures after the club, but it's the rain, the having to constantly clean your camera and make sure it's not steamed up, and then stay focused as well while doing that as well, because it was quite a bit of an end-to-end game where you thought both sides probably should have had a penalty, and the ref has made an absolutely horrendous decision with a foul. I think it was Dylan on the edge of the Merthyr box from the keeper. But yeah, probably the coldest picture I've ever got. You know what? These next two weren't originally in it, but weren't originally in like the file, but I've put them in there because they look all right. So you can see Deck again. It's in motion. He's looking the other way. I think it was quite cool to get Deck in there though, and then Deck's jumped on him, which is like a bit of a celebration type thing. They're all hugging. Fans are going mental. Again, you can just see the amount of noise. It is just disgusting. I love these next to a cast as well. Just, again, emotion. That's what you want. You're telling a story. You're trying to... When people look at the pictures, they're trying to see the emotion that was in the game, and that's what it was. It was fucking limbs when we scored. Again, more emotion. A nice picture of Dill. Again, the fans, you can just... How awful is the noise on the fans, you know what I mean? And then a couple of Connell doing his interview. because we've not got them yet. And obviously Connell's taken over from Cal. So that's been it. Let us know your favourite picture. Mine is definitely the Motley Henry one of him there like that, because it's just so cold. It might be my favourite picture I've taken yet. And yeah, thank you for watching. There might be a game day diaries for tomorrow's game, but I don't know when it will be edited. We've not got a Tuesday game, so I've got a bit of time during the week, unless I shoot for somebody else as well, like Rochdale or whatever. So that's been all for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.